What's your street name?
I just got caught in the wrong position, you know.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do nothing wrong, man.
You know what? Yeah, and what's the lettering on the side of your face?
Some words.
Hmm?
Some words.
Yeah, what are the words? So here's the thing. You're in a court of law.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't do the slang with me because you're the jokester from high school. There is always one.
It's Tarzan, shit like stuff like that. Excuse my cussing.
Children are supposed to be proud of their parents, right?
She is proud of me though.
Yeah, she doesn't know what you're up to.
I'm a good guy.
No, you're not.
I mean, stuff,
All right,
stuff happens. It happens.
No, it doesn't. There's no help.
This has to be one of the most cocky and arrogant defendants I've seen in a courtroom in a long time. This guy is sitting there with absolutely zero respect for authority, even while facing up to 2 years behind bars for allegedly stealing someone else's car. And like that's not enough, he's apparently walking in with a street name too, which already tells you how seriously he's taking this whole situation. Judge Boyd came into this hearing locked in, with the facts, the paperwork, and the receipts ready to go. And you can tell almost immediately that this wasn't going to be one of those quiet, procedural hearings. The energy flips fast, because from the jump, this defendant really believes he can just talk his way out of anything, like confidence alone is going to override evidence. What's wild is instead of showing even a hint of humility, he doubles down on the attitude the entire time. No self-awareness. No understanding of how bad this looks. Just ego on full display. And the more he talks, the worse it gets. You can practically see the judge realizing exactly what kind of defendant she's dealing with here. And when the subject of gangs comes up, that's where things really get interesting. He's insisting he's not involved, not affiliated, not part of that life at all. But the way he carries himself, the way he talks, and the way he reacts under pressure tells a very different story. Sometimes it's not what you say in court, it's how you say it. This hearing heats up fast, and honestly, it becomes a perfect example how arrogance can sink you quicker than evidence ever could. Judges don't expect perfection, but they do expect respect. And this guy just doesn't seem capable of that. So let me know in the comments. Do you think he's telling the truth about not being a gang, or is this just a gangster trying to play the court system? Let's dive in and watch how this unfolds.
Court is calling 2024 CR 4372, State of Texas versus Brandon James McCaskill. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Salem.
Defense?
Elizabeth Settle.
And are you Mr. McCaskill?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have your own.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Is there an application in this case?
Yes, for probation, for community supervision.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? According to the plea, punishments be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. State recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution, if any, to Miles Brown. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
State any evidence?
Same with Exhibit 1 and attachments, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
That's just that we would ask that you follow the plea agreement. My client has an 8-year-old daughter and a wife that he supports. He works as a car detailer. So we would just ask that you follow the agreement.
Okay. What's your street name?
No.
That's not what you said in the police report. You said P1 stated that he didn't know Wood's real name and stated that I don't know why people are still using the N-word, don't want their name to be known. You feel me? And I respect it. I go by a street name and he go by a street name. That's what we do. So what's your street
I
name?
don't go by street names. So I don't know why I was in the report.
All right. And what's the 100 on your hand about?
It's 100.
No, what does that mean? You're 100.
She's authentic, you know. It's old. This is old.
It's what?
It's old. It's old. It really has no significant meaning.
So why would you tattoo 100 on your hand and it has no significant meaning?
I mean, it does, but it's not. It's just me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what's the lettering on the side of your face?
Some words.
Hmm?
Some words.
Yeah. What are the words?
Against all odds.
All right. And what's the tattoo in the center of your forehead about?
It's a broken heart.
All right. And what's the other one?
Blessed.
And what's the neck tattoo about?
It's just some initials.
Mm-hmm. And what's on the other hand?
It's just a ball. It ain't nothing.
And what's the initials on your hand?
My partner that got killed. It's just in remembrance of my partner that got killed.
Mm-hmm. So how did he get killed?
Gun violence.
Mm-hmm. And why are you riding around with a gun in the vehicle?
Yeah.
All right, that's what the police report says.
I'll be charged with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Boyd has this guy backed into a corner from the very start, right out of the gate. The police report mentions that a gun was allegedly involved, yet somehow that charge never actually stuck. And yeah, that alone is enough to make anyone raise an eyebrow. But instead of treating that like the serious break it probably was, this guy is sitting there smiling and laughing like he's at a casual hangout, not a criminal hearing that could change his life. And body language matters in court. A lot. The way he's leaning back in his chair, smirking, glancing around the gallery, it all screams that he's not taking this seriously at all. Almost like he thinks this is just another stop in his weekly routine. Meanwhile, he's facing up to 2 years in jail for taking someone else's car. That's not a slap on the wrist. That's real time. What really makes this ironic is that he claims he's a car dealer. Think about that for a second. You make your living around cars, and now you're charged with stealing one? That's the kind of detail prosecutors absolutely notice, because it cuts straight through whatever innocent story you're trying to sell. And the longer this goes on, the clearer it becomes. He's more worried about how he looks than what's about to happen to him. Swagger might work on the street, but it does nothing for you in a courtroom. Judges don't care about confidence, street names, or image. They care about facts, accountability, and whether you understand the situation you're in. Judge Boyd sees right through this act, and you can feel it building, because courtrooms have a way of humbling people who mistake arrogance for protection. So let's dive back in and watch the exact moment this reality check finally hits, and see how Judge Boyd brings him back down to earth.
So your 8-year-old that you're so concerned about now, but you were not concerned about when you were riding around in the vehicle, where's your 8-year-old?
She's at home right now.
With who?
Safe and sound.
With who?
With my wife. She's good.
Now, what does that mean, she good? So here's the thing. You're in a court of law,
Yes, ma'am.
so don't do the slang with me,
Yes,
because it will not register with me, and it will not register with me purposely on my part.
Yes, ma'am.
So your 8-year-old daughter is with, you say, your wife?
Yes.
So you all are legally married.
No.
So that's not your wife. So let's start there. You're not legally married, so that's not your wife. That's the mother of your child.
Yes, ma'am.
You, for some reason, felt she was not worthy to be blessed with a marriage with you. Because did you ask her to marry you? That would be a no. So don't be coming into court using your wife, who is not your wife, and your daughter to play on sympathy of the court.
Right. No,
So that's not, let's start with, that's not your wife. That's the mother of your child. And does she have employment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And she's always had employment.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have not always had employment.
I have.
No.
Yes, ma'am. I have.
And so you're saying you're supporting your wife and your daughter on a salary of detailing cars?
Sale cars and detail cars.
Oh, but not this one, because this one was stolen. So where do you sell and
It wasn't
detail
even-
cars?
It wasn't my vehicle. I was detailing the vehicle, and I got in the situation I'm in now.
All right. What I can
Sell
tell
my
you
vehicle.
is nowhere in this police report, many things were said, but nowhere in this police report do you say that you were detailing that vehicle. You said that Woods loaned that vehicle to you.
No, I said I was detailing the vehicle for him. I don't know why they didn't put it in the police report,
Mm-hmm.
but we always have them type of technicalities.
So you detailing a vehicle for a guy, according to you,
Yes, ma'am.
that you met at the Bexar County Jail.
Yeah.
Okay. So where is your shop?
It's like if I met you and
You will not, let me just tell you, you will not be meeting me at the Bexar County Jail unless you're a client and I'm an attorney, or unless I'm going to the Bexar County Jail to speak to inmates for whatever reason. So where's your detail shop?
I don't have one. I'm starting this from the ground up. I'm mobile. I'm mobile.
Yeah.
I'm a mobile detailer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the equipments you use to detail since you're mobile, which means you have to take equipment from one place to the other place? Are you just going to somebody's home and using their water and their soap and saying you're a detailer?
Well, unless like I go to a car wash and I do my thing there, you know, I vacuum the car out, tire shine, shit like stuff like that. Excuse my cussing. Yeah, I'm a mobile detailer though.
That's not detailing. I do that to my own vehicle. I vacuum it out.
Use purple power, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's something.
detail-
That's
detail
something you can
product.
buy from any store.
Tough stuff.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, we got to start somewhere, right?
Sure. And let's hope it's not at the Bexar County Jail meeting people that we don't know their names, because we don't do that. We just have street names. Deputy Laura, I don't have a street name. When people see me, they call me Stephanie Boyd.
Her name is Judge.
Yeah, okay, that should be my street name, Judge. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's going to be a TAP evaluation. Follow those recommendations. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Probably be negative, you know, but I'm not.
When you say you'll probably be negative, why do you think it's just probably?
I mean, it's been a little minute since I smoked, but
Smoked what?
marijuana, you know.
All right, you're not allowed to smoke marijuana on probation or drink alcohol.
Yes, ma'am, I know that. I know that. You won't have no type of issues like that with me at all.
Did he really just say period to the judge? Because the second that came out of his mouth, you knew he wasn't reading the room at all. That's not confidence. That's cluelessness. And honestly, that one word tells you more about this guy than half the hearing does at AT first. I thought maybe the whole street name thing was being blown out of proportion. Like, okay, maybe it's just a nickname people use. Nothing serious. But the more he talks, the clearer it becomes. This isn't someone trying to clear things up. This is someone digging themselves deeper with every sentence. Even his so-called mobile detailing business starts falling apart under the slightest pressure. Turns out he's basically just driving cars to a car wash and calling it entrepreneurship. And look, that alone wouldn't even matter if he wasn't using it as proof that he's some responsible, hard-working guy just trying to support his family. Because when you're leaning on that image, details matter, and this story just doesn't hold weight. What really hurts him here isn't even the facts. It's the delivery. Every other sentence is casual slang, dismissive tone, or thinly veiled disrespect. And that's a problem. Not because judges are sensitive, but because court is one of the few places where how you speak directly affects how you're perceived. Respect isn't optional here, and it's not just the words. It's the posture, the smirks, the relaxed body language. All of it sends the same message. I don't care. And that's the worst possible signal to send when you're asking the court for trust, leniency, or probation. Because let's be real. If this guy can't stay professional for 10 minutes in front of a judge, how exactly is he supposed to follow strict rules for months or years on probation? That's what the court is watching for. Not swagger. Not excuses. Self-control. And right now, everything about him is screaming that he doesn't have it.
120 hours community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. There's going to be proof of employment
Yes, ma'am.
within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors until further notice. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. There's to be no contact and restitution to Miles Brown, Cats 1 and 2. Cats 1 and 2 is a class that's going to tell you what you should already know, which is don't steal. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. The MRT course, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person and regular random UAs. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. So you have a daughter, correct? This is what you need to ask yourself, because children are supposed to be proud of their parents, right?
She is proud of me though.
Yeah, she doesn't know what you're up to. So this is what I'm going to say to you. You need to look at yourself honestly in the mirror and ask yourself, would you want, with the baggage you have right now and where you are in your life, if your daughter were of age, would you want her to bring you home to meet her parents? Yeah, I know the answer is no. So if the answer is no, you know what that means? She is not proud of you right now. You are presenting a picture of yourself to her that is not true. I don't know anybody who would be proud. Oh yeah, my father is taking some car from some guy named Wood. Oh, my father is smoking marijuana. Oh, my father is tattooing his body up with things that mean nothing, like the 100. I'm fine. Here's the thing. I'm fine with people having tattoos. That's fine. People can have tattoos. But if you're going to have tattoos, at least let it have some meaning. You understand? And until you can say you would be so happy that your daughter would bring a guy like you on paper home to meet her family, until you can honestly say that.
I'm a good guy.
No, you're not. You're committed. So you're telling this court that you would be happy and proud of your daughter to bring somebody home who has felony charges.
I mean,
all right.
Stuff happens. It happens.
No, it doesn't. All right. There's no help for you. But here's the thing. You cannot have unsupervised contact with minors. So you know what that means? That means for your child to have contact with you, somebody else needs to be present, an adult who is thinking and looking out for her, because you're not.
I just got caught in the wrong position, you know.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do nothing wrong, man.
You know what? Turn and look at your attorney. Ask her how many times she's been caught driving a car illegally. You know what? Ask the deputies. Deputy Laura, how many times have you been charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle? Vashawn, do you have in your past an unauthorized use of a vehicle that you've done probation for? Zach, have you been at the Bexar County Jail staying there because you've been arrested for an offense?
If I say yes, will you quit my employer?
Yeah. See, that's no. Your attorney hasn't been at the Bexar County Jail. And you're telling me with a straight face, jokingly, because you're the jokester from high school, there was always one. You're telling me with a straight face that you would be proud of your daughter to bring you home. And you know what that's saying? The people in that box? No. You see the people over in that box? Some of them have unauthorized use of a vehicle. So what you're telling me is, if any one of those guys, if your daughter were an adult, you would be proud for her to bring any one of them home. Yeah, that'll be a no. Thank you very much. Change your life.
Yes, ma'am.
School. I'll be honest. I am not holding my breath on this guy staying out of trouble. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic or edgy for clicks. It's just one of those situations where you can feel it. Some defendants walk into court scared, humbled, ready to change. This guy, he walked in like rules are optional and consequences are negotiable. You can just tell he's the kind of person the court is going to see again. Not because the system is unfair, but because his mindset hasn't changed at all. The attitude, the posture, the way he speaks, it all screams repeat customer. And that's usually how it starts. But honestly, the saddest part of this whole hearing isn't even about him. It's the fact that he has an 8-year-old daughter. That's what really sticks with me. Because at some point, this stops being about court dates and charges and starts being about example. And instead of choosing stability, responsibility, or even basic self-awareness, he seems way more focused on image and street credibility. That ripple effect is real. Kids don't just grow up in a vacuum. They absorb what they see. And when a parent treats authority like a joke, that lesson doesn't disappear. It gets passed down. That's the part a lot of defendants never seem to think about. Oh, you would hope that staring down possible jail time would be enough of a wake-up call. But if I'm being honest, nothing about his behavior today suggested someone ready to turn over a new leaf. Judge would give him opportunity after opportunity to present himself well, to show maturity, to show even a little humility, and he wasted every single one. And at the end of the day, that's where the court's power stops. The legal system can set boundaries, impose consequences, and offer chances, but it can't force someone to care. That part is on him.S. Oh yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this was his last time in a courtroom, or are we watching the beginning of a repeat cycle? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know. Take care, everybody.